The world is divided into two kinds of people who believe in numerology and people who don't. And for the people who don't believe in numerology, there's this whole category of people who come up and say, what's my lucky number? What do my cards say? Can you see my future? Or what's my lucky color? So, even amongst the people who don't believe, there is a bunch of people who are very, very curious to know whether numerology works, whether there's some connection to their life. So, today I'm going to talk about a slightly different topic that's connected to numerology, and that is numerology connected to your career or your profession. Now, each one of the numbers have a unique, special quality. All right. And each one of these planets vibrate at a certain frequency. They send out a certain kind of energy. And we're all at an effect of these planets because we live in the solar system. So each one of these planets have a unique trait and a unique quality. And you would have watched a ton of videos of people telling you which number has what quality. So if I'm a number one, I'm very assertive, I have leadership skills, I have this, that, and the other. If I'm a number two, I'm very sensitive. Oops, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Sheila M. Bajaj. I'm a numerologist and I've been doing esoteric work, tarot, numerology, feng shui, vastu, hypnotherapy, you name it, like every possible modality I have practiced, learned, done, and taught. So, back to the actual video. I know this was a jump cut, but I didn't introduce myself, so I was asked to do this little intro. If I'm a number one, I have leadership skills, I'm very assertive, and I have this personality where, I have my own identity and I know what I want to do. If I'm a number two, I'm very sensitive, I'm creative, I'm very nurturing, intuitive, all of that. So each number has their own trait, and I have a ton of videos on my YouTube channel giving you each one of these traits. But these numbers are also connected to your career. Now, each one of these numbers also, like for example, when you're born on a certain date of birth, okay, your birth number is your date, is just the sum total of your date. So that's, let's say if you're born on the 11th, you're a number 2, and if you're born on the 14th, you're a number 5. So each one of these qualities have a special trait connected to a certain career. So for example, let's say if you're in the fashion industry, or let's say if you're in the beauty industry, then you might need the energy of Venus. So each one of the planets have a specific industry that is connected to it. Now, if you're in that industry, I suggest you need to activate that planet. Now, this is not a one formula fits all, because yeah, we are governed by two numbers very strongly. That is our birth number and our life path number. Now, the birth number is just the sum total of your date of birth, but your life path number is all of these numbers put together. So I'm just going to give you a brief understanding of a few careers, and then maybe you can leave a comment below and then I can cover some of the other ones. For example, let's say you are in the teaching field, or you are in the you're in politics, or you are a counselor, a therapist, or something where you're dealing with people. Then you need to have a very, very strong number 9. A lot of times people who are number 9 will gravitate towards these careers. You could be an activist, you could be a social worker. You need the energy of number 9. Now, coming back to, when I was talking about careers and numbers, it goes the same for business. So if you're, let's say, running a business, you're an entrepreneur and your business is in the industry of, let's say, education. You need to have a strong Mangal or a strong Mars energy that is, fueling your business. Then let's say let's say in the food business, okay, so let's say you have a restaurant, or you have a salon, or you're a makeup artist, or you're a designer, or maybe you're into the interiors business or something like that, you're an architect. Then you need Venus on your side. So a lot of times people who are in specific industries don't have the support of their industry planet, their work or their business planet or their career planet, and that's why they end up having some kind of a they kind of rocky. So let me give you some of the professions, and I'm going to tell you what planet needs to be strong. Now, if it is not there in your date of birth, it can be activated in so many different ways. Your house energy, your vastu is connected to your planets. Your energy is connected to planets. Stones and crystals and semi-precious stones are connected to planets. So one can activate planets and certain energies in so many jugaad ways. You can also chant a mantra to activate a certain planetary energy. So let's not get into how to fix it first. We can always look at how to fix it later, but let's look at which planet, which profession needs which planet. Okay, and I may not cover all of the professions, but I'm just going to go over a few of them because this is kind of like the first time that I'm doing like this long video. So bear with me a little bit, and let's start with I already mentioned teacher, education, politics, counselor, therapist, social worker. You need number 9 and you need Mars. If you have a Mars in your date of birth, and a lot of times, okay, disclaimer, let's say you are into any of these professions, I would not look at adding certain planets in your date of birth because that's not going to be beneficial in all areas of your life. Like for sure, I don't want certain energies in your name or in your name correction because that could be very destructive to other areas of your life that don't need such tagda energies. So let's go over this, and these activations can be done, let's say, with just keeping something in your house or chanting a mantra or a yantra. You don't really need a name correction. You don't need to add that planet in your name correction. So if you're, like I said about the number 9, you're covered with that. Now let's look at profession. Let's say glamour. Okay, so people who are in the glamour industry need Venus a lot. They need 6. They need Venus and Shukra. Now that helps fuel the fame, the recognition, that whole energy for people who need Venus in their profession, because Venus is symbolic of beauty, glamour, money, travel. So if you're connected to any one of these things, let's say even if you have a resort, or you're a creator, you need Venus. You have a jewelry design store, you're a fashion designer, Venus. And Venus is a planet that I would add in the person's name. I would activate Venus in a person's name, because how much of a Venus I activate in this manner, it's never too much. Like I wouldn't go and add a Venus stone because I feel like that the birth stone should be according to your date of birth and time of birth. But at least in your name or as a yantra in your house, I would activate Venus. I would go overboard. I am just OTT, so I would go overboard activating Venus sab jagah. Then comes okay, I'm not going to cover all the possible planets, because a lot of planets are not actually lucky planets. Like your number 4, your number 7 and 8 are not really that lucky, and you don't need that energy in no matter what profession you're going to do. So you're going to find that number 4, 7 and 8 are kind of missing. You also don't need a number 2, right? If you are a number 2 and you happen to be a creator, you happen to be creative, an artist, a counselor, or a tarot card reader, great, but you don't need to activate a number 2. I'm only going to cover 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. So these are the numbers I'm going to cover. If you're in business, if you are on, like, in a leadership position, like you're at the top somewhere, you're running the show, you're making the decisions, then you definitely need number 1, you need number 5, and you need number 6. I would also say you need number 3, but I usually tell people we all need number 3. Number 3 is what? Wisdom, is Jupiter. We all need number 3. But I always tell people, if Jupiter is lucky for you, then we need to add Jupiter, maybe in a yantra, maybe in some other way, but no, I don't usually add it in the name. If most times, if you're in business, or if you're heading an organization, or you're leading a team, you're doing something connected to, like, your position is basically you're a leader, or you're a team leader, or you're a project manager. You do have responsibilities and you are leading people and mentoring them, then you need a number 1, 5 and 6. And then let's say if you are in a job, okay, if you're just working in a job, doesn't matter what industry you're in, okay, you are working under someone, then you need to definitely activate number 5, which is very, very important for assertiveness, for communication, for intelligence, for growth. You also need number 1 because you need to have some kind of a commanding nature, maybe not too much, but number 1 doesn't make you go overboard, and number 6, so that you become a magnet for money. So a lot of times, most professions, okay, most people will need one of these 4 planets. They will either need a combination, they will need one of them. So let's say what number 1 will give you. Number 1 will give you leadership, growth, visibility, and like the sun, it will give you that position to shine. तो वो जगह देगा, वो chair देगा, and it will give you that position to shine and to be visible. Number 3 will give you a lot of wisdom. So if it's not there in your date of birth, it can be supplemented. Number 5 will give you very good communication, give you leadership, give you growth, give you all of that. It will also give you intelligence and knowledge and fabulous communication and very good decision making. Number 6 will give you luxury, will give you fame, will give you recognition, will give you growth, will give you, a lot of the yummy and the good things, like the luxury of life. It'll make you enjoy and savor all of that. And you'll also get that kind of, a little bit of that chance pe dance kind of fame and recognition. Ekdam, like you're kind of going, you're not putting too much effort, and suddenly you get this visibility, suddenly you'll get that project, suddenly someone is getting famous or someone is getting money, and you get chance pe dance. So a lot of times when people come to me for a name correction, I tell them name correction is not just for, oh, you know what, I want a lucky name. A lot of times you need to align your name to your date of birth. You need to align your name to your profession, to what do you do in life. If you're an actor, then you need a different vibration, right? You need a lot of Venus. If you're someone who runs a school, you do need Mars. But let's say you already have, I'll identify where you have Mars. I don't want you to have a very strong Mars because I want you to also make money. So I look at people's date of birth, I look at their profession, I look at their strengths, their weaknesses, what are their goals in life. It's not as mindless as just saying, Are, you're number 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, name correction, 1, 5, 6, ye wo. It's not as simple as that. It's really aligning numerology and your name vibration to your profession and your goal and your bucket list, or your soul's desire, or your soul's journey and your soul's purpose. We kind of integrate all of that and tell you, okay, you know what, this is your name. And once you activate the name, you start to notice that, you as a person start to evolve and change. You start to attract certain experiences, you start to repel certain kinds of people, and you start to grow. You start to notice that there is this kind of invisible energy, like a supplemental energy. Have you ever had that in life where, you kind of did something, but you felt more supported with, and that your journey was like super smooth, and suddenly you look back and you're like, how did this happen? It all happened so quickly. Like everything happened so smoothly. Everything was just felt like it was meant to be. That's what the support of planet looks like. When your planets support you, you feel just, you feel like कुछ कर नहीं रहे, इतना गधा मजदूरी I'm not doing, and I'm kind of finding my path, or I'm finding my, my purpose. So numerology helps you align you to, your life's calling, your heart's desire, what do you really want, your goals, your profession, and your personality. Now, if you're an introvert, I'm not going to give you certain numbers that will put you in this position where you're uncomfortable. But again, if you're an introvert, I would ask you, were you born like that? Were you always an introvert? Is it something that works for you? Is it something that you're at peace with? A lot of times people have turned into introverts. That's when I would take numerology, put it aside for a while, and tell them, boss, you need a hypnotherapy session, because we need to go to the root cause of where that introvertedness, or where that shame, or where that I'm not good enough is coming from. And even though I am someone who studied numerology, and I have done all of these different modalities and esoteric work, one of the reasons why I tie in hypnotherapy with a lot of different modalities, and earlier I used to do access, and I kind of found there was limitations with that as well. But the reason I love doing hypnotherapy on clients who have done certain kinds of changes in their life, have made changes, they see a change, and then sometimes they go back to square one. They see a change, and again they sometimes go back to square one, because the sync is missing. There is this sync. Like when you have a lot of devices, when you have, let's say, an iPhone and you have an Apple computer, right? And let's say you've gone and shot something like a new project on your phone, and you've shot all these videos, these pictures, and now you want to edit, and you want to progress, and you want to finish the edit and publish your video or your movie. You go to your laptop and nothing's there. There's no progress synced. So and then you feel like you have to start from scratch, right? So similarly, we do a lot of work on energy level, but sometimes we miss syncing it with the mind, with your subconscious mind, your belief system. There are some people who are just, okay, you know what, I've done this, and mentally, like on a mind level, they kind of tell themselves, through that whole process of activating their name, through the process of, changing the spelling everywhere, they've had a mindset shift that, okay, you know what, something is shifting and changing in my life. That's very, very important. Lot of astrologers, numerologists, energy workers will just, throw away the importance of the mind syncing with whatever changes happened. that's a more permanent change because you've synced your devices. Your mind is now in sync with whatever you've let gone of energetically and spiritually. So whenever you make a change in your life, be it a healing session, be it a tarot card reading, be it wearing a lot of crystals, be it, wearing your birthstone, or you're wearing a whole bunch of crystals like I am. This is turquoise, which is super lucky. Um, no matter what you do, if you haven't worked with the root cause of the problem and you haven't synced all your devices, which is mind, body, and soul, usually the body catches up. If you haven't synced your mind and soul, you'll end up snapping back into old patterns. So, my invitation to each one of you is to sync all faculties of you, and look at what area of your life do you need improvement. If it's career, then look at your date of birth and see if it falls into one of these categories. Is it a malefic number? Are you a number 4, 7, 8? Even if you're a 2 and 9, you're ruled by moon and mangal, so which means you're struggling a little bit. So look at your numbers and see if a name correction is something that you feel drawn to. And I simply say one thing: numerology or name correction or having like a lucky date of birth or a lucky number or a lucky color is just having that little bit of that tailwind, that little bit of going with the flow in the current. Just makes life a little easier, a little simpler, and a little more jugaad and a little hack kind of way to, maneuver and get ahead. And, when you become a magnet to attract positive things and good things, it's something that anyone could get used to. So drop a comment below and let me know if there's, something that I missed addressing in this video, if there's a specific profession that you would have wanted me to address. And between my dyslexia and my ADHD, I think of a whole bunch of things that I'm going to cover in this video, and I don't know if I cover all of it. So if there's something that you want me to talk about, I'm going to do a whole series where I'm going to be doing slightly longer videos to explain a certain concept to you. So let me know what you'd like me to address in the comments below. Subscribe and share and do the whole ordeal. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.